All right, let's call this planning commission meeting of March 26th to order. The first item is approval of the minutes from the planning commission meeting of February 26th, 2018. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? All right, any discussion of approval of the minutes? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So this is an opportunity for citizens to address the commission on items that are not on the agenda. If anybody would like to speak to an item not on the agenda. Okay. Our next item is approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion carries. So our first item is a public hearing to consider a request for a variance to allow a reduced setback requirement for a porch at 7298 Oak Grove Boulevard. Staff.
Chair Heifer O'Leary, members of the Planning Commission. The single-family home at 7298 Oak Grove Boulevard is located on a corner lot on a dead-end street south of the Wood Lake Nature Reserve. The property owner is proposing to add an 18-foot by 13.25-foot enclosed porch off the rear of the house along the dead-end DuPont Avenue frontage. The porch would replace an existing deck of a similar footprint, and due to the unusual orientation of the house relative to the lot lines, the house itself has a non-conforming setback of 8.81 feet. The property owner is requesting a variance to reduce the corner side setback requirement from 15 feet to 4 feet to allow the porch addition. Staff finds the unusual orientation of the house on the lot and its location on a dead-end street to be unique circumstances that warrant granting a variance. Finding that the proposal meets all requirements necessary to issue a variance, staff is recommending approval. And we do have Sherry Sari here on behalf of the homeowner to answer any questions you have.
Okay. Any questions for staff at this time? All right. And would you like to speak on the behalf of the developer, or do you have anything to say? Okay. You don't have to. So okay. All right. So we do need to open the public hearing. Would any members of the public like to speak to this item? Okay. Do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So now we would need a motion on this item if we motion to approve or deny this variance. Anybody want to make a motion related to this item or any other general discussion or questions before doing so?
I just have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the developer. It looks like there's a current porch there. Is it going to stay within? And it looks like there's a fence on the other side of the deck that's currently there. It's going to stay pretty much in the same footprint as that. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions before we ask for a motion? Okay, does any... Okay.
The northwest corner of the house is 8.8 feet from the lot line or the public street. Is there like an easement or something? Because it looked like more than 8 feet from DuPont, the northwest corner. If you look at like page 11 on our slides.
Yeah, so the the corner of the house, or that back corner of the house was shown as being 8.8 feet from the property line, but the property lines, generally speaking, are about 12 feet, 10 to 12 feet in from the curb, and that's the case here as well. If you look on one of the, I believe one of the aerial images, it's page 10.
Mm-hmm.
Page 10 of the packet here shows the property lines for this property are shown in blue, so you can see there that the property line in this case is significantly further in from that curb line. I would guess in this case it's even more than that standard kind of 12 feet.
Yeah, okay. I thought I'd looked at all of them, but I missed that there's all that beyond the property line, so the 4 feet isn't a small amount like it sounds. There's a lot more between that and DuPont.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
All right, thanks, Matt.
Any other questions? Or would somebody like to make a motion?
Okay, I will move that we accept the variance as recommended by staff of I have to get back up here, to allow for a reduced setback requirement at 6298 Oak Grove Boulevard.
You have a second?
Second.
All right, any other discussion of this motion?
Staff just wanted to note that it was 7298 Oak Grove Boulevard.
Thank you. Can you confirm that was what was intended?
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't read fast enough.
All right. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. So our next item is right into liaison reports. Community Services Commission. And unfortunately, I'm just not going to remember who is who. So if it is you and you don't have a report, just say no report, which is totally fine, but it'll help me internalize who is going to what group. City Council?
Yeah, I just want to talk about the city council approved acceptance of the Penn Central Facade Improvement Grant. And I think that's kind of a cool thing because Hennepin County gave $50,000 and businesses can apply for grants for up to $7,500 to kind of improve the facade along Penn in Penn Central area. And for those of us who live over there and are around Penn, I think it's kind of nice to have. So anyway, that's happening. That's all I had.
All right. HRA?
Yeah, so I'd like to mention that the HRA approved a preliminary development agreement between the HRA and NHH Properties for the redevelopment of the Cedar Point Housing redevelopment area, which they're looking at doing 218 apartments and 64 townhomes on the property.
Cool. Richfield School Board.
I did reach out to the school board chair, Christine Malik, and she's excited that we want to stay in contact, and she's going to either find a point person or she'll be it so I made contact.
Okay, great. Transportation Commission, I have no report. And then I don't believe we have anybody designated for a Chamber of Commerce. City Planners Report.
Thank you. So I'll just second what Commissioner Rosenberg said about the Penn Avenue facade improvement grants. That's a project that I've been working on for some time with Hennepin County. So we had the City Council officially accept the grant funding as well as the guidelines that we put together that kind of outline what improvements those grants can be used. So this particular program is going to be for businesses on Penn, just between Crosstown and 68th Street. And the money is available through the end of 2019. So we have this year, real shortly here, city staff will be out promoting, knocking doors, sending out direct mail to building owners who may not be the same people as the business owners, but we're going to do our best to contact everyone involved on Penn and get that money out there and get some improvements made in some of the buildings along Penn, and hopefully that draws new businesses and helps bring new life to that Penn Central area. Let's see, moving on, there was recently, there was a comprehensive plan open house on March 15th, so thanks to everyone who attended. We had a lively crowd out here in the lobby. Lot of good feedback. So the city staff, as well as the consultant with HKGI, is currently compiling all the feedback that we took in and putting that all together. There were some photos of the event that were shared on the city's Facebook page. So if you weren't able to attend, I would just encourage you to check those out. And then most importantly, the draft of the comp plan is available on the city's website. So it's broken down by 10 chapters. You can find it all at richfieldmn.gov/comp plan. So you'll find it broken down by chapter there. And then there is also a link to an online survey to take comments that way. I'm not sure at this time how long that survey would be up, but I would guess it'll be up for several weeks more. And we'll continue to promote that through social media and other means to continue getting comments from the public. And to that end, there's a work session coming up on Tuesday, April 10th. And the one of the items at that is going to be a comp plan update for the City Council, Planning Commission, and HRA. Also at that same work session, we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about sign regulations. Staff has been working on an update of the city's sign regulations for a few months, and we're ready to share with you what we've been working on. And then our next regular meeting will be Monday, April 23rd. That's all I have for you. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned.
Pretty good. Minutes.